made a big impact straight away. We also welcomed back one of our favourites in Arlene. This year, we also kicked off a new frontier for credit management with the introduction of our offshore team. I don't know why, but I always think of them as Calvin of the Chipmunks. Calvin, Ida, Shankar, Chandra, Salam, Beryl and Morgan are now part of our team and are starting to pick up the processes and systems very well. This is despite us sending 3.5 out of 4 non-collectors over to do collections training. As we welcome some new team members, we also bid farewell to some others. It appears if your name started with a K sound, you were made redundant. Kendra, Kay, Con, and Carol. And we will miss them all. I don't know how Christy avoided the job. And she's the only Kurt left in the department. The other Kurt, Corey, announced he was leaving. Then he came back. Then he left. Then he came back again. And I'm pleased to announce today that he's agreed to stay on until 2020. And he'll be working on fixing the building's air conditioning system.
It'll take 5 years.
From all reports, all of the team members that left are doing very well, except for Con. He's not managing well with news that Pieface went into administration. Optus Employee Assistance is still helping him with that, and we wish him all the best. The other member of our team to depart was Dion. He came in, he was loud, he was irresponsible, he spent every dollar he earned on stuff he did not need, and even rented a 3-bedroom house with an enormous pool for just him and his girlfriend. Now he's off to his new job on a 6-month probation, so we'll see how long his professional act can last. 2014 was also a year of big events. New houses for Gary, Helen and Christy. Hannah got married. Shannon and Jackie are having babies, and Helen got Wallace. It also appears that some staff will take any opportunity they can to get away from OCM. We had people travel the globe and share their experiences with us upon their returns. Corey headed off to America with Zeke and brought back more runners than the Kenyan running team ever had. I visited my family in Canada and spent 5 days visiting princesses at Disneyland on the way home. Hannah honeymooned in Fiji, Beck boot camped in Bali, Arnold toured Europe for 4 weeks, Dion went back to the UK, as did Bowers, to visit their families. Christy travelled to a strange place to support her friend, who joined the increasing number of people having surgery overseas. Then she did some travelling around Spain, Croatia, Turkey and Germany. Dirk had a soiree in South America, Carol cruised the South Pacific, Ajit had 3 weeks in Cambodia, and Steve, Helen and Shane and Christy ventured to KL for a bit of a working holiday.
There's no holiday.
We've also had some adventures closer to home, starting off with lawn bowls in January, where we hit the greens for a relaxing afternoon. Then we had our winery tour through the Yarra Valley, which was amazing. Finding places that Shane would not complain about was difficult.
Sorry.
But when we told him you could drink on the bus, it was made it bearable for him. We all enjoyed good wine, beer, food and company on a day that the department deserved after a big end to the financial year. The bus ride home was full of drunken singing to Sam's 80s music, led by Corey, Dion and Popes in the back seat, followed closely by Con, Savvy and Arnold. Arnold's picture remains on the wall near Christy's desk as a reminder of how drunk he was, and is the reason he has not had any alcohol since then. Now, social trends are everywhere, and our department is no exception. This year there are a couple of trends that took off, a couple of trendsetters and a few followers. The first trend was knee injuries / surgeries, and amazingly the trendsetter was Shane. Once everyone saw that Shane was getting his knee done, the followers were close behind. Bowers, Corey, Rob and Hannah all did the same and now can't wait to have their own surgeries. The next trend was growing a beard. Dion kicked that off, And Steve liked it so much he did the same. But once Steve did it, he killed the trend. The next big craze to hit our department was desk bands. These swept through the office quicker than loom bands through primary schools. We had giant fans, USB fans, pink fans and industrial fans. I don't know who started this trend, but the way people embraced the fan was amazing. Basically, you ain't cool unless you got a fan on your desk. And finally, the juice phenomenon has swept through ICM. Rob and his NutriBullet have created a juice empire that people from all around flock to enjoy every day. His juices are a healthy alternative to chocolate and chips. And for only an initial payment of $3 plus $1 per day, you too can enjoy these nutritions. For anyone interested in trying it, please see Rob after this presentation to book your obligation-free trial. These trends were all great, but there was one trend that nobody managed to follow or emulate. That was the one-man trend that was Gary Boren.
Oh,
This man swaggered in each day, sang at his desk, he danced around the floor, he sported amazing vests and happy pants, and he always had a way of standing at your desk before he'd even hit send on his email. No one will ever be able to replicate that trend. Now, with the recent changes that have been announced to the seating arrangements, it sort of messed up my next bit, but I'll tell you anyway. I thought that our department had lost our identities a little bit. So instead of boring old ComOps and BRG, I took the liberty of creating some new names depending on where everyone was sitting. So the pod where Beck sits, where Shane, Hannah, Pete, Adge and myself, was going to be known as Melbourne because the weather condition changed 5 times a day. The pod with Mel, Helen, Rob, Bowers, Rachel and Arlene, I was going to call that the retirement home. That would be like an exclusive gated type pod. And the waiting list was 10 years. Steve, Sam and Shannon tried to call themselves the Adjustment Bureau, but I think NBA Jam is more appropriate for them. So does anyone know what NBA Jam is?
Yeah, the game.
It's a basketball game, like an arcade style basketball game. And anyway, the commentary in that is over the top. In that game, they constantly call out, "Rejected!" And "Get the hell out of here!" And "In your face!" So I was going to call them NBA Jam. I didn't have a name for Cristiano and Savvy's pod, but I was going to hold a competition for that. And then finally the pod where Melina, Anna, Isa, Joe and Gary, I was going to call that Beauties and the Beast.
There's no need to laugh.
Sorry, Gary. Okay, so management have asked me to provide you all with some department updates for the new year. Firstly, Ajit is going to extend his hours. He's now going to work from 10 till 3 every day. Additionally, outside hours, he will be undertaking a new adventure into Tupperware sales. That one bottle he stole from all the little kids during grand final week has had a massive impact on him, and he feels that Tupperware is the way of the future for him. He will be holding his first Tupperware party in the new year, so book early to avoid. It's been a tough year for Mark, and we all need to support him in his effort to get off mini chocolates. So if anyone sees him going for Shane's bowl, please stop him. He's also selling his scooter after Deborah laughed at him twice. Beck is now going to add "I know who you are" to every email she sends. Research indicates it has a dramatic impact on the recipients and their response times. On Monday mornings, Any football and sports related conversations will be taken into a meeting room so as not to annoy others around the floor that could not care less about Ryan Griffin being traded to GWS. I have taken the liberty of booking meeting room 12 from 9 to 11 for the entire year. Feel free to bring along any drinks and snacks. Rachel is going to be removed from the ANZ portfolio. Sorry, Rachel. Management decided that you've been looking after that portfolio for some time, and your 60 plus debt is still at $9 million. What's going on? Finally, anyone taking 15-minute breaks at 4:40 in the afternoon will receive one of those I know what you're doing advice. So that was the year that was for credit management. Please remember that not everything in this speech is based on facts. So on behalf of the Social Club, we would like to thank you for your participation in all our events and activities throughout the year. We managed to let some non-social club members win some sweeps, which I think was once again, we'll be obviously looking to organise a awesome end of financial year function, so keep those suggestions coming. Special thanks goes to Mel for putting forward lots of great ideas, helping sell drinks, decorating the entire department for Christmas on her own. Maybe we could vote her in as an honorary social club member, I don't know. Maybe she can replace Helen, I don't know. And lastly, another special thanks goes to Ferrari and his mad cooking skills, there it is. The picnic and the pancakes he did were amazing, and everyone really enjoyed the delicious spread he put on, so thanks, Rob. Wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe holiday. The end.